basically we're at the Ledge Council meeting right now.
Just a heads up, so since we have so many people for public comment, why not start with public comment? So, who's interested in speaking for public comment?
If I may request, we have a group of students that would like to speak.
Hey, my name is Ami. I'm the president of the Jewish Student Union on campus. So last week, this council passed legislation entitled Resolution Condemning Academic Repercussions for Nonviolent Protest. The resolution essentially pardoned the 11 students who attempted to silence our voice on this campus. I ask again, when will this student government stand up for me?
My family fled Iran as refugees because we were not afforded the right to speak freely, as we are here. But now we come to this country where we thought freedom existed, where we thought we could speak freely without being intimidated or shut down. But I am not afforded the right to speak freely on this campus, and this student government remains silent. When will the student government stand up for me?
This is not the first time my voice has been silenced because of who I am. In 2007, our event was disrupted by students from this same organization, and there was no condemnation. When will the student government stand up for me?
The issue is no longer about Israelis and Palestinians. It is about our most fundamental rights as UC students in America. When will this student government stand up for me?
Do you understand the implication that this legislation is setting for the future speakers when they come to a public university? When will the student government stand up for me?
When will the student government stand up for me?
When will the student government stand up for me?
My mother grew up in Egypt. Her family was oppressed and dehumanized because they were Jews. They came to America, a place where they thought they would be afforded basic human rights, the freedom to speak and the freedom to learn. But the same powers that oppressed my mother and the Jews of Egypt have followed us here, to this campus. As you can tell, our community is very upset about this legislation that passed last week. We don't think it was fair. We think that it was one-sided. And we don't think that it spoke for the entire student body. I want to ask a few questions to this council. How many of the people on this council were at the event February 8th? Please raise your hands. How many members of this council understand the history of anti-Semitism on this campus and the history of the Muslim Student Union on this campus? Please raise your hand. How many members of this council understand the Israeli-Palestinian conflict to its nuanced degree and understand what those 11 students were even trying to express on that day? Please raise your hand. Before you tonight is not a fringe group of students. This is the Jewish community at UC Irvine. My question to you is, when will this student government stand up for me? When will this student government stand up against those who try to silence our voice on this campus? When will this student government stand up against hatred and intimidation of Jewish students that students on this campus face year after year? When will this student government say that hatred towards Jews and Zionists is just as bad as hatred towards any other minority on this campus? When will this student government stand up for me?